Don't worry, Mr. Cortez. You haven't failed your mission yet.
Where am I?
Recuperating in my sumptuous healing pool right now. You like it? And as you can see, our friend Marcus Mendez is still very much alive and ticking. Which makes him still very much a threat.
It needs to be disarmed. You don't know what you're dealing with.
Well, actually, I do. I invented it. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Luther Vaz. Let me admit, I've been following your career for quite some time now. I am a tremendous fan of your work, Mr. Cortez. As an aficionado of the arts of war myself, I just got to say that you are one genuine article, Genghis Khan high caliber people upper. You're a warrior, Mr. Cortez. A killer. A survivor. Like me. Just try to relax. I mean, if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
Are you gonna disarm it or not?
I'm leaning towards not. But that all very much depends on you, Mr. Cortez.
You sold Mendez the missile.
No. I gave it to him. But then I've given a lot of bad things to a lot of bad people. But that does not make me one of them. Get dressed, Mr. Cortez. Allow me to try and convince you. I'll turn my back. Welcome to Vostech, the world's premier space technology and weapons manufacturer. You know, Time magazine once called me a merchant of death with an assembly line. But one very special day, I began to think bigger. And now, I've turned science fiction into science reality. This is where we conduct our training exercises.
For what?
Our exodus. When NASA asked me to build them a new state-of-the-art luxury space station, I luxuriously told them to themselves. Why, you ask? Well, because I'd already built one of my own. It's up there right now, just floating around, waiting for me and my people to inhabit it. In fact, Mr. Cortez...
Machete.
Incidentally, Mr. Machete, I plan on moving into my new space pad very, very soon. I'm very excited. Here, have a heart.
What about the heart?
Well, that's why I'm relocating. Climb aboard. Yes, I'm a Star Wars fan. Tanks, missiles, bread and butter. It's the simple things that fund my more out-of-this-world enterprises.
Why Mendez?
Why? Well, Bin Laden's dead, and America's always needed its boogeyman. So I created a new one. Yes, I supplied Senor Mendez with the fireworks. But given Mendez's aptitude for the unpredictable, I left one of my men behind to keep me abreast of his process, or lack thereof.
What's your plan have to do with me?
I have high hopes for you, Mr. Machete. Higher than you can mentally ascend to.
Spaceship?
Technically speaking, space shuttle. Not to mention my legacy. It all started about 6 years ago. I privately funded a suborbital launch. Went up myself. Yeah, I was something of a thrill seeker back then. Before what I like to call the incident. I was up amongst the stars and something inexplicable happened to me. I saw the future. I saw the world ending. It unfolded right before my very eyes. And that's why I built this. Aboard it, me and anyone who wants to join me will take flight. And when Kingdom comes, as it surely will, we'll be safe amongst the stars. Noah had his ark, I got mine.
You really believe that?
I believe what I see. And luckily for you, sir, I saw you up there with me. I see glimpses of what lies ahead. It's the condition I was left with after the incident. Speaking of which, I'd take a step or two back if I were you. Ever had deja vu? Lasts a couple of seconds, right? With me, it's been 2 years. You don't believe me now, but you will. Now, if I couldn't see into the future, then how could I have made all these? Mr. Machete, I present to you the arms of tomorrow. Pick your fancy. You picked the only one in the place that's faulty. I'm sorry, but my molecule blaster doesn't quite work yet. Keeps turning inside out. Perhaps this is more your speed anyway. Primitive, lightweight. Retro, yet high-tech. Demonstration? Like it?
Yes.
It's yours. And now, Mr. Machete, if I could just cut to the rub. I'd like to recruit you.
You already have enough men.
No, but not the best by any means. How can they be when you so dominantly claim that title yourself? Demonstration. Good luck. Encore. Encore. Or 3. Genetically engineered super soldiers, you see. Clones. Have at 'em. Just as I predicted, no match for the likes of you. I created my clones because where I'm going to need an army. And that poor dead bastard you met in Mexico, Zaror, he was my prototype. But since you him up like a special ed science fair project, I'm left to regret my choice.
You still haven't told me why I'm here.
I need a stronger specimen from which to draw a new batch of clones, and I was hoping that you would do me that honor, sir.
There's only one Machete.
But what if there were more? What if there was an army of enhanced machetes? Machete, machete, everywhere machete. You and I together would be a force to be reckoned with. I'm sorry, I may have overreacted, but that numbnuts was about to spill a bottle of 1787 Chateau Lafitte.
No more games. Disarm it!
Join me. Surely you know by now that I know how all this turns out.
Then you know I'm taking this.
Oh, and where will you go? You know I'm the only one that can disarm it.
I'll find someone else.
Oh, good luck with that. But I think there's one more little thing you should know. Mendez wasn't my only boogeyman. North Korea, Russia, I have a Mendez everywhere. And in a matter of hours, they'll launch on one another, throwing the world into gargantuan, unrecoverable anarchy. Too many syllables? The world is...
Why?
This world must end in order for a more perfect one to emerge. And like it or not, Mr. Machete, you're coming with me. You're good. Get that bastard! Try not to get too many of yourselves killed in the process.